Hey there, it's your Bill Estate Agent, and I'm here today with another episode of my Shop Local series. And today, I'm with a guy you probably recognize. It's Pat Raines, who you probably know from Gate City and the Artillery Room. But today, we're here to talk about his newest venture, Blended Family.
Yes, sir.
So, Pat, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Bill.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
No, I'm so excited, and I'm really excited. I know you'll share with us a little bit about Blended Family, but I love the story that you're going to tell here in a second. But first, every episode starts with a real estate question. So, are you ready for yours?
I'm ready.
Okay. So, what is the must-have for you if you were building a house today?
Ooh. Good question. For me personally, right now where I'm at, it would be an in-law suite for me.
Okay.
My parents, I'm in the process of convincing them to move down here to Roswell.
Yeah.
And so for me, taking that next step would be the opportunity to have them with us eventually.
That's awesome. Well, and I think a lot of people are dealing with that in one way or another. So that's a great solution, and it's great that you have a good relationship where
Yes, it's good enough where I want to.
I was going to say that's your answer. So, all right. Well, so Blended Family. So I'm just going to let you kind of start and tell us all about it, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so Blended Family Spirits, it's a super cool local business. It's actually blows people's minds when I tell them it's been around for almost 5 years now, operating off of Oak Street in Roswell. What it is it's a fine liqueur brand. So liqueurs are an alcohol, spirits-based product, usually made with fruit and botanicals. Okay. Usually coming in at a lower alcohol, but used in many, many cocktails, and as a portion to go along with your base spirit. So it's there's not very many U.S. made liqueurs, fine liqueurs, and Blended Family was actually created when one of our founders, Scott Mayer, realized there had never been a Georgia peach liqueur made and produced in Georgia.
That's actually surprising.
Yes,
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah.
And so that led to Scott really taking his expertise. Scott was a longtime bartender down in Miami, actually won Bacardi's best bartender in the nation years back, and had always had a love for fine liqueurs. And so he actually developed the products in some of his favorite fashions after some of his favorite fine liqueurs.
Okay.
So the brand was built, and we were actually introduced to Scott back just before COVID.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, right. And a lot of that is actually why it stayed so quiet. The initial steps of this business were really survival, and it was initially built really on distribution. So,
okay. Well, and so you said it's all made. It's always been made on Oak Street.
Yes.
Yeah, that's remarkable. Like you would not know it.
There's probably less than 10 people that knew, what was being produced over there. It was pretty quiet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and so it's based on distribution. So where can you get it? Can you just get it pretty much?
So one of the coolest things is in those 5 years, it has been built to be distributed in 7 states and 3 major cruise lines. So currently Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, Tennessee, Arkansas, Kentucky, and California.
Wow.
And then we're also on all Carnival cruise ships, Disney cruise ships, and Margaritaville cruise ships.
Oh, wow. Well, it seems like a good cruise ship kind of.
It very much is. Obviously, our triple sec is one of our best sellers. So, margaritas, famous ingredient in a margarita is a triple sec. And really, when you have a lot of the triple secs, they're either imported from overseas or don't really have quite as much flavor, in my opinion, as our triple secs. We did a really good job of blending the sweet orange and the bitter orange, and we also add in orange blossoms and some other botanicals in that.
So nice. When I know you to me, it seems like you'd need a bigger space to make this, to distribute it in the way you guys are doing it. Like, can you give us a high level of the process of what it takes to make it?
So each product is slightly different. Our fruit-based products, we source as local a fruit as possible. All of our blueberries come up from 4 different farms down in South Georgia.
Love it.
Trying to get Georgia peaches fresh whenever we can. But basically, we start with our fruit and we make a maceration of fruit and our alcohol. And then in some of the products, we are making distillates to mix in with the fruit. So our triple sec, we do a distillate with sweet and bitter orange peel, which is kind of the base for our triple sec.
Okay.
And then the next step is, once we have the fruit flavor into the alcohol, then we're mixing in a sugar blend with different botanicals. So essentially, we're pulling a lot of the flavors out of the botanicals while we create a simple syrup, if you will, that then mixes in with the product.
And are these just done in barrels, or
so
what's it?
like most of the products we're actually doing in totes,
Okay.
so 300-gallon totes at a time. And then out of the totes upstairs, we actually have a 4-head bottle filler, so bottling line.
Okay.
So once the product has been mixed, blended, and tested to make sure that it's the proper sugar content, alcohol content falls into the product category that we're looking for, it's moved upstairs to be packaged.
Okay.
And when we package, it's actually pretty wild. We'll do 200 to 350 cases in one day packaging.
Wow.
And so the brand has really grown. Out of that small Oak Street location, we actually sell over 500 cases a month
That's
out
amazing.
into these other states.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's just amazing. And so, okay, well, so I know there's some exciting news. Just a month or five or 6 weeks ago, you guys just opened an actual tasting room on Oak Street here in Roswell.
Yes, we are super excited about the new tasting room. So like I said, one of the cool things was this brand was built kind of behind the scenes. And over the last really 6 to 8 months, I've spent kind of working on our front-facing side of blended family spirits. So we have opened our tasting room over at our Oak Street location. It is a beautiful, quaint 2-room tasting room with a beautiful wood bar over there. And it allows us to really show off what we can do with the product. The product is great by itself, but it's really made to mix into cocktails. So having that tasting room has allowed our bartenders and Scott and all of us to really feature blended family in a way that we can show off to our retail customers here in Georgia, and then also that Roswell can come and see what can be done with this and really see what a great brand is here in Roswell, and start to give some ownership of this super cool brand to this awesome city.
That is great. And so, so you're showing how it should be used.
How we should,
how
we
you should
feel
make
it's
the drink.
best used.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I haven't gotten to come over there yet. I'm anxious to give it a try. So looking forward to that. And so with your space, are you guys, will that be something that people can eventually maybe rent out for events or have events, hold events there?
100%. So we are finalizing all the details for the private events, but currently we're open Friday and Saturday over there. So Friday 4 to 10 and Saturday noon to 8 over there. And then we will be putting out the information for private events. It's a perfect space for smaller events. It's nice and quiet. It's off of Canton Street. We believe it's going to be a great spot to host all your smaller parties in the area.
Okay.
It's cool.
Well, that's great. I mean, that's just add that to your Gate City event spaces and even the artillery room space.
It really is. It's a brand that blends really well with what we're doing over at Gate City in the artillery room. It's a excellent brand extension, and it fits right into our portfolio overall with our spirits, fine liqueurs, and also into our private event portfolio. So
yeah, you definitely have the model down and are figuring out how to do things right. It seems like, and you may have already told me, but tell us how to find you guys. What is the address of the actual tap room?
115 Oak Street is Blended Family Spirits. We have a sign out front now, and when the open sign's on and doors open, come in and see us Fridays and Saturdays now. Every weekend we'll be over there serving up cocktails. We have 11 different cocktails, and we also do flights of our products and also spritzers. So lots of different options. The cocktails are super unique. They're all unique to our location. And you can also find Blended Family Spirits at Gate City Artillery Room for purchase to go.
Okay. Yeah. Super. And then social media. Are you guys on
Follow us on Blended Family Spirits. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and our website is blendedfamilyspirits.com. And awesome. We are in the process. It is being updated as we speak, getting all the new information on there. So stick with us. We'll be giving lots of information on a regular basis as we kind of complete all of this final launch of the tasting room. We're super excited.
Well, good. Well, that's awesome. And so anything else you want to share?
So many great things going on right now. I can't resist an opportunity to at least plug one more thing we're doing that's super cool. Friday, September 26th, this Friday, we are relaunching Freedom Fighter IPA at Gate City Brewing Company. It was it's probably the best thing I've ever done in business and outside of business. Super cool project to help end human trafficking. We are throwing a party to support the end of human trafficking along with the Rotary Club. And we're doing that this Friday with a band, raising money and really spreading the word. So
yeah, it's a great event.
Great event, awesome. Great cause, and it really makes me proud of all that we've done in the 5 years since we initially launched that product.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, listen, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to come over here. By the way, on a rainy, hurricane-y day that you braved the storm and came out, and you'll be super excited to get your Bill Estate koozies, and these will be good cups here at the tap room
there we
for
go.
you.
Yep.
Little Bill Estate shirt and all the swag.
Appreciate it.
So.
And I'll give you these to take with you. Sample the product.
Right? I think I just won that that deal.
That's
Thank
a good
you.
Trade.
So, well, listen. Thanks again for being here. And when you're ready to sell or buy, call your Bill Estate agent. He's your guy.